Okay, so today I'll be showing you guys how I make thumbnail. So, let's get started. So the apps that are right here are most of the apps that we're going to be using in this video. So let's get started. So first you're going to go into Phonto and you're going to press plain images or photo albums if you have a green screen. Look for my templates if you already made one like this, and then press use. And then add text. I just put in random things at the moment, and I have two different fonts that I downloaded, so I used one of those. It's something, but I can't remember. I was typing in something from a video I saw, so. But then I just decided to make my new watermark, and it actually was pretty good. So you can make it the size you want. If it's a really only 2 words or 1 word kind of thing, then you can do it for only a few ones. But then I realized I didn't really show you guys how to like edit and decorate it, so it doesn't have to be just white. As you can see, I got this ad. And what I did was I decided to add a stroke. I don't add background. I did add a color pattern I had made with a bunch of browns, so that's what I used. It was very pretty, so I saved the image. You then will go back there and go onto Ibispaint. You can get the free or non-free. I got the free though. So what you want to do is this is not scripted. My videos are scripted, so you'll use the bucket and press eraser. You'll then erase all the green screen. So when you save it, then it won't have any green screen, and then you'll have to struggle if it's a green one. So you then push the button I pressed just now. Don't do what I just did. I clearly messed up, and what you actually want to do is add a layer, clip it, and put it onto multiply, which I'll show a picture of that up there. Now you can mess around with the linings. The brush can be whatever you want, but I used 2 specific brushes in this, and I'll put the one I'm using right now up there, up on the screen again. Okay, so that's the brush I use. I just added these like lines because why not? Because I planned on doing this like different look, because I'm kind of not really new to adding them, but it kind of reminded me of this really nice sophisticated pattern, so I decided to continue to do it. I continue to add different patterns with each color. As you can see, the multiply adds a bit of a darker version of that color. I was trying to find something to do with the O, because I was kind of like figuring out, so I decided to use the kind of same pattern, but with like a shine, so I thought it was really nice. So I decided to do like 2 of those lines, maybe more, but it looked really nice at the end. It does not have a certain name that how I did this, but yeah, I just put on the lines and it looked really nice. I continue to add that color and then use different patterns. It's the same brush, so no need to worry, and it's a free one. You don't have to watch an ad or anything, but I do have to do, just never mind. It's unscripted. So I decided I continue this like kind of like pattern, and then I decided to add this like shading thing to my to the I in my name. It looks like a non-I, but it does look like that. I'm not putting up a thumbnail for this because putting up my watermark yet, because this is the making of it. For the other eye, I decided to shade it like that because I thought it looked really nice. For this one, it was pretty confusing because it was an X. So I was trying to figure something out, so I decided to do that. Didn't know how it turned out until it second now because this is voiced over. But it's really looking nice. I have to admit the lines on the B though didn't look right, but now I look at it. But I'm still working on it. I was showing a bit of a picture of what it looked like in the making. I kind of added something different onto this one. Onto this X, but it was pretty much the same. It was just a bit bigger and a bit of a shadow instead. So I had to do just lines instead, I guess. I don't recall because I did this hours ago. Continued to do lines because it was... I kept on messing up, and the only way you can do the part thing that you get the same color is by holding on the color you want, and then it will become that color in your color palette. You don't have to keep it, but I decided to leave it like that and lose the color after, although I think that if I didn't do that, then it would have been very helpful. I then did the same, but this time I did add, and you'll see that in the lighten one. For that one, I did the airbrush trapezoid. It looked really nice. As you can see, it looked like it's glow because it adds. It's an ad because it like adds a glow and stuff. So I really like that one. Really like using it. And the reason I used the trapezoid and not the brush I used before that was because it looked a bit more. It added more of a glow than an right away glow. Like right there, it's pounding your eyes. So that was probably something that why I used this brush and not the other one. So I think I'm continuing still adding, but that's done. So I then added another layer. This part is optional, but I just added another layer. I pressed clipping again. It's on normal because it didn't need to be a certain shading, and then I stopped and then I looked for a certain brush after all of the scrolling. I was looking for a certain brush, which I'll put up the brush on the screen so you guys can know what it looks like before you guys get lost in it too. It's by all of these like certain chain brushes and all that stuff. So I'm gonna put up a picture right there. Then I had to use a lagging ad to get the to get the brush because it has to watch an ad to get it. So I just waited for it to work, but I'm gonna cut this part out. So yeah, bye. I'm back and there's no more ad. I got the brush, so now I'm looking for a color to use because I was kind of like trying to find a certain color. I decided to go with a pink and blue kind of thing. So I'm gonna skip ahead to when I finished adding all of the flowers and to the next part of it. Okay, I'm back and it's done, and now on the next part. I decided to add add and clip it to the flowers, and then small. Oh, you guys didn't see that. I had forgotten to like. So So I tried doing this technique. I didn't like it. It just didn't look. It looked trashy, you could say. I could say. That's a word. Then I kept on pressing undo, and I was like, wait a minute, there's a button. There's a eraser for a reason. So I pressed that, and I decided to use the trapezoid brush and made it instead, because that's what I usually did. So I did that in all the flowers. So I'll skip ahead to the part I was done with the flowers. So yeah, let me do that. Okay, so since it's pre-recorded, in the recording I just finished, I decided to merge layers, so it would have made things easier. I then added another one. I did do that, but then it didn't look great, so I unclipped it because it didn't look great. I could have moved it, but that would have taken too long. So I then used add and tried to find a color. I tried using teal, but that just made it look more green than ever. I did not like it, so I decided to use the color orange because that made it work. It was in the color palette, I guess, a little, so I decided to do that. It looked really nice, and that's how it looked. You can save it to your transparent PNG, and yeah. This is the final product. Comment down below the next tutorial you want me to do.